Josh Goldblum. I'm the founder and CEO of Blue Cadet. We're a digital agency, a studio, media firm. We create mostly digital products and design products for museums and cultural institutions, large nonprofits. We moved into a very big, charismatic, beautiful space in Fishtown. We've worked all over the world, sort of projects for museums, cultural institutions, the MoMA, the Getty, the Field Museum in Chicago, but also we've worked with a ton of local cultural agencies in Philadelphia, where I grew up. It was sort of an ideal environment for me to start a studio because there's a ton of universities here. I also saw that there was a ton of cultural organizations in the city, major museums. If I could just even cater to the local community while I continued to sort of build out our brand in other cities where we've been working, I figured I could build an amazing studio. And over the past 7 years, it's really kind of come to life for us. Philadelphia is a very livable city. It's just very manageable. There's a real history here as well. There's a lot of depth to this city, stories to be uncovered. A lot that sort of will pique your imagination, a lot to build off of. There's a certain authenticity to that actually also feeds the creative community. There are two things that really attract me about working with museums. One, they have amazing content, tell really amazing stories, they have incredible experts. The other thing is it's public. It's a public space that it's a part of the fabric of the city, but it's not commercial. It's really geared around educating, but they haven't fully embraced all the new vocabulary of communication design, which includes interactivity, which includes integrated media, which includes not having very long tombstones of textual information in the space. They have a hard time attracting audiences that aren't already sort of versed in what they talk about. We ask them to think like brands. They think of themselves as institutions, and they need to sell themselves. They need to give people a reason to come. You also need to communicate with your audience. And I think a big part of that is more of a holistic communication structure, and really looking very closely at their brand, looking at their audience, and figuring out how they can grow that audience. At Blue Cadet, what it's about is the work. We just want to get better and better projects, and we want to execute those at a higher level. This studio is just trying to get as much of those things that I like around myself. I like being profitable and I like being able to afford things, but more so, I just like being in an environment where I feel like I can creatively express myself. I don't really believe that the sort of stalwart conservative mentality that might have existed 20 years ago really has as great a foothold as it does now. When I think about Philadelphia is we're at the stage now where you can get amazing spaces. You can find your footprint. So Philadelphia is all about its potential. All the constituents parts to realize the potential are here. All it really takes is some enthusiasm and leadership and energy. They're really invested in producing entrepreneurial thinking and startup thinking.